Do you ever feel like the more effort you put in, the less he seems to notice? Like, no matter how available, affectionate, or responsive you are, he just keeps pulling back, as if your love is somehow pushing him away? Here's the truth most women don't realize. Men don't miss what's always right there. They miss what they feel the absence of. And if you want to create that feeling, the kind that makes him think about you, crave your presence, and wonder what you're up to, there are a few subtle shifts that change everything. In this video, I'm going to share 4 powerful tips that quietly flip the dynamic. These aren't tricks or games. They're subtle, feminine strategies that work with male psychology, not against it. And they make space for him to miss you without you saying a word. And if you're ready to stop chasing and start becoming magnetic, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. I'm here every week showing you exactly how to level up and shift relationship dynamics in your favor. Let's get into it. Tip 1 is stop acting needy. If your guy's been distant lately and you've found yourself feeling a bit insecure and acting needy, you're not alone. Most women don't even realize when they're slipping into that pattern, but once you see it, you can shift it. For instance, you might be double texting. He doesn't reply fast enough, so you follow up with, "Hey," or "Did you see my message?" You might be asking if something's wrong, like, "Are you okay?" or "Did I do something?" Or maybe you've started pointing out how he's changed, saying things like, "You don't seem as into me anymore," or "You used to be so affectionate." I've seen so many women fall into this, and I get it. You feel anxious, and it feels like the only thing to do in the moment. But here's the problem. When someone pulls away and you respond by clinging tighter, it creates the opposite of closeness. It pushes him further away. He was already pulling back for a reason. Maybe he needed space, maybe he was unsure, maybe he's busy. In fact, acting needy might be the very reason he pulled away in the first place. When a man pulls away after you've been acting needy, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because that energy sends a message. I don't believe I'm enough. And attraction fades fast when that happens. That kind of emotional pressure feels heavy to a man, like you're trying to get something from him to soothe your own insecurity. It can make him feel overwhelmed, suffocated, or even a little repelled, even if he doesn't know why. But when she stops being needy and shifts into her self-worth, when she becomes more composed, confident in herself, emotionally grounded, and starts acting like the prize, it flips the entire dynamic. First he feels relief, the pressure is gone. Then comes curiosity. He notices the shift. Your calm, your new tone, your confidence. It's unexpected, and what's unexpected grabs attention. Instead of, "Why is she so needy?" he starts thinking, "Why is she calm now? Why isn't she chasing? Is she losing interest in me? Has she moved on?" That's the psychological switch that makes him miss her, because now he's the one experiencing uncertainty, and uncertainty builds desire. Her new energy feels lighter, stronger, and more attractive. She's no longer trying to get something from him. She's become the woman he now has to earn. And that's exactly when he starts to feel your absence and miss it. So instead of acting from insecurity, shift into self-respect. Focus on leveling up and building your confidence and self-esteem. When you stop chasing validation and start owning your worth, you naturally create space for him to feel your absence, and in that space, the missing begins. This isn't about pretending not to care. It's about giving yourself the care and attention you've been pouring into him. The way you love yourself sets the standard for how he'll love you. And if you're ready to make that shift, I've got you. Watch my other videos. I'll walk you through exactly how to become magnetic, high value, and completely unforgettable. Tip 2 is stop initiating contact. If you've always been the one initiating contact, texting first, keeping the conversation alive, checking in to see how he's doing, it can quietly shift the dynamic in a way that works against you. He gets used to your effort. It becomes expected, comfortable. And the thing about comfort is, without challenge, it turns into complacency. When he doesn't have to work for your attention, he stops valuing it. And eventually, he stops valuing you. It also places you in the masculine role. You're doing the pursuing, which leaves him in the passive feminine position. That disrupts natural polarity, the push-pull that creates attraction. Men are biologically and psychologically wired to pursue. It's how they feel alive, focused, and connected to the process. The more effort they put in, the more invested they become. When a man has to earn your attention, he doesn't just value your time, he values you. When a woman does all the work, a man doesn't feel inspired or motivated to step up. And without that drive, he may start to feel less attracted, less engaged, and less invested. But when you stop initiating, something shifts. He feels the absence of your energy, and that catches his attention. He starts to wonder, where did you go? Why the silence? Has she moved on? And in that space, desire starts to grow. Letting him come to you isn't a game, it's alignment. Men miss what they don't always have access to. When you stop doing the work for both of you, you give him the space to step up, and if he's truly interested, he will. Tip 3 is, leave moments of mystery. It's easy to fall into oversharing, especially when you're feeling connected. But if you want to stay on his mind, mystery is your secret weapon. It's not about being secretive, it's about leaving just enough unsaid to keep his imagination busy. For instance, he asks what you're doing this weekend. Instead of saying, Friday I'm seeing Sophie, then Saturday I'm going shopping, and Sunday I've got brunch, you just say, I've got a few fun plans. That's enough. It gives him something to think about. His mind fills in the blanks, and now he's picturing your life, wondering who you're seeing and where he fits in. So, let his imagination work a little overtime. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's magnetic. Mystery makes a man miss you because it leaves space for him to wonder. When you don't reveal everything all at once, you stay just a little bit unpredictable, and that unpredictability is magnetic. And this applies to social media too. If you're constantly posting updates, tagging your location, or sharing every detail of your day, there's nothing left for him to wonder about. Mystery isn't just about what you say, it's also about what you don't broadcast. Keep some moments to yourself. Let him wonder where you are, who you're with, and what's going on in your world. This isn't about hiding who you are. It's about letting him discover you piece by piece. That slow reveal, it keeps him curious, engaged, and always wanting more. When a man has questions about you, about your life, your plans, your thoughts, he thinks about you more. And the more he thinks about you, the more he starts to feel your absence when you're not around. The space you leave invites him in. It gives him room to imagine, to wonder, and to feel that quiet pull toward you. That's the spark of missing someone, not because they're always there, but because they left just enough behind to linger. So reveal things slowly, because that's what will keep his attention locked in on you. Tip 4 is, don't be too available. So women, without even realizing it, start to shrink their own lives the moment they meet someone they like. Hobbies get put on hold, plans with friends get pushed aside, even their own routines take a back seat. Suddenly, every spare moment becomes just in case time. Just in case he wants to text. Just in case he asks to meet up. And slowly, her world starts revolving around him. She replies to his texts the second they come through. She says yes to last-minute plans, even if it means cancelling on herself. She clears her evenings, waits by the phone, and rearranges her schedule so she's always ready if he decides to show up. To her, it feels like devotion. To him, it starts to look like she's got nothing else going on. And when a woman's life starts revolving around him, it quietly chips away at the attraction. The truth is, men are magnetized by independent women who live full, rich lives. A woman who knows who she is and doesn't pause her world for anyone instantly stands out. When you have your own life, you're not always available on demand, and that's a good thing. You become someone he has to fit into his world, not someone who's always waiting for a space in his. This isn't about playing games, it's about having standards. Maybe you don't reply to texts right away because you're mid-workout, or you're deep in a book, or you're having a slow bath and a glass of wine. Maybe after 10 p.m. is your wind-down time, screen-free, drama-free, and focused on you. These aren't rules, they're reminders. Your time matters. You're not just available anytime, anywhere. You're a woman with a full life. And when he realizes he doesn't have unlimited access to you, that's when he starts thinking about you more, missing your presence, and putting in effort to earn it. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something important. These tips aren't just little dating hacks. They're your first steps toward a deeper shift. They only truly work when you use them not to impress him, but to upgrade you. Because if you make these changes just to spark a reaction, then slip right back into old habits the moment he comes closer, the cycle starts again. He'll feel it, he'll see it, and next time, it won't hit the same. But when you commit to leveling up, when you become the woman who no longer chases, no longer overgives, and no longer puts her worth in someone else's hands, the entire dynamic changes. You're not faking confidence, you're embodying it. You're not trying to be high value, you are. That's when men shift. That's when they step up or step out. But either way, you'll be standing strong, grounded in who you are. And when you start living like the main character in your own life, everything else starts to fall into place. That's the magic, that's the power, and you already have it in you. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. It's not just support, it's a signal that you're ready to shift into your power. Let me know which tip you're going to try first. Every small shift you make is a step toward becoming that magnetic, unforgettable woman you're meant to be. And remember, I'm here every week with more insight to help you level up, attract better, and create the kind of love that reflects your worth. I'll see you in the next one.